Alright, here we go. One order from Beckett. These were basically PSA, I want to say rejects, but they didn't receive the grades from PSA that I expected, or I thought they would do better with Beckett standards. I've talked about this over and over. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but they just have different standards, especially on thick cards. PSA grade's a lot softer. So this was a PSA 7, and I snapped it out and sent it to Beckett, and I got a 9. So I think it's got a problem with the white or something. The PSA just kind of, if there's one big flaw, they really hammer it. As for Beckett, you can kind of get away with having one problem with your card if your other subgrades are good, but PSA really focuses on like overall eye appeal of the card. So this was a 9. This is a cool SP Authentic Gold Charles 25. It's got a sliver of red there. That's that. This was also a PSA 7 that I just snapped out, and I got a 9. The corners are really white. Suppose they gave 8.5 on corners, yeah. So I mean, with Beckett, when you grade, you can have a flaw and still get away with it. You can get a 9.5 card and have 9 corners where the corners aren't perfect. PSA, I mean, there are exceptions, but for the most part, you can't do that. This is cool. This was like a PSA 6 or 7, and I got an 8.5. It's got a corner problem, but it's still Fitzgerald Gold Refractor to 50. Just a really sick card that I wanted in a slab. To me, a PSA 6, 7 just doesn't seem acceptable for a modern card. An 8.5 Beckett's perfectly fine with me, though. This was, I can't remember what the problem was with this one. I think I just didn't think it would get a good grade from PSA, so I just sent it to Beckett. It's a Jameis 1989 Gold Refractor to 75. They got a 9, so it's not bad. And this one was scratched on the surface, and I figured it'd be a PSA 7 or so I just sent it straight to Beckett, and I got a 9. It's a badass Moss Best Performers Refractor. They're numbered right down here to 200. Beckett 9. And then this has a ding right here. I'm just going to put this one in the store as is in the 8.5 slab. Corner's 8, so there you go. I figured this would be a PSA 6, 7, so after you grade enough cards, you kind of know what to expect from a grader, and after this 500 card order, we're going to kind of see some different sets that we haven't seen before. And then this was a 10, because 10 to me is a gimmick, and I've talked about that before. 10 to me is, I mean, I don't know what the difference is really. The 10 to me is kind of like a gem mint card, but pristine 10. I bought this as a raw card review, RCR, so it was in like the card saver too, and I just sent it in and got it slabbed. I'm just going to sell it. I'm not a fan of the pristine 10s. So that's the 10, and that's it for this order. I have a PSA that came in today that I'll do a video for later on. Later.